Hey everyone, Optimus Wilbur here, and this video is not suitable for children under the age of 13. This is aimed at young collectors and adult collectors. Let's start the video. Welcome everyone back to another Optimus Wilbur reviews, and if you want to make baby Grimlock happy, why not hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it amongst your Transformer friends, leave a comment, it helps the channel out so much. Now, I kinda got one of my birthday bots early. I actually got two. Just purely because with everything going on, there is nothing good to talk about, so I kind of got my birthday presents a day early. So the time this video is out, it'll be my birthday the next day, so I'll be the good old age of 35, and I'm still collecting toys, but it's brilliant. I'm not going to say anymore. It's amazing still being a big man-child. It's amazing. But Earthrise Starscream was one I was not really fussed about. I didn't really fancy having another jet Starscream, in the sense of that F-15. I did like a Raptor Starscream from the movie, and that was different, and I was cool with that. The Siege, however, was the Starscream I wanted. The fact that Hasbro never released the Tetrajets in mass production or anything like that was what I really enjoyed, and it was just annoying with how basically like the European side's kind of held to ransom with exclusives regarding likes of the rest of the colours, and it's looking the same with Earthrise again, with Thundercracker and Skywarp being exclusives, so they would be extremely stupidly dear over here. I'm dreading to see what the price is going to be. It might be reasonable, it might not be. But Earthrise has been a hit and miss so far, with regards to some of the new directions they've been going, especially with likes of the plastic. This, however, feels quite sturdy, I've got to admit. And what it genuinely does remind me of, transforming it and stuff, is the Masterpiece set, and I've got Masterpiece Acid Storm, and that's exactly what it reminded me of, like certain transformation parts in the body. When it comes to like the cheapness of the plastic, it's the same issue with Cliffjumper and Wheeljack, but this is as solid as Prime, which I've got to give them credit. This is quite a solid figure. The colours are extremely clean for Starscream, but it does capture him in that G1 look. And I do like the look of this jet. That's the one thing I will give it. Even though, like, so you do get sick of seeing the exact same jet over and over again. Earthrise have done it right. I will give them that. And it does look good, especially when it's transformed. But I do prefer the Tetrajet. So, comparison, there's only one basically jet we can bring in, and that's of course the Tetra Starscream. There is a massive difference with like the length and stuff. They really have went like this mini masterpiece route with this now, when this was actually quite a cool looking bot. I liked the style of the transformation, just the look of Starscream and that, and it's different. That is the most important thing. Now, regarding certain things, yeah, it's too clean. I like the war-torn look. They didn't really colour in the front of the nose cone to match the rest. The list is endless, what you can nitpick, so to speak. But one thing I was a bit disappointed in, right? And I'll show it just here, because having the two bots like that is actually quite good. If we equip one of the weaponizer blast effects, that works. That works on Siege Starscream. It works for any of them. Let's do it to Earthrise. And it just sits on. So if I push this up, it takes a bit of force coming down on it to bring it off. Earthrise, okay. It is basically it just comes off instantly. And the reason is, if I bring these two bits closer and sharpen up, both null rays have different points on it. This one here is went for that more G1 accurate look, whereas this done its own thing and it fits the weaponizers. So just be warned, they might not all fit this. But to give it a proper length comparison, we'll bring in the Prime trailer. And there you go. It's actually quite long. And that's one thing I do like. The price point was an issue for me because I did feel that price was more geared towards Prime. But like in the last review with that trailer, that was the reason the price went up. But this Starscream is good. I have to give it props where it's due. This mode, I really dig. I really do dig it. The only thing I'd say is a complaint, and I think we're all on the same page, is the fact when it's underneath. You just basically see his body. Another thing that I've been trying to find, and I can't really find it, is the peg you could put in for one of the stands. I think this might have to get a different stand. I haven't looked into any of them yet. Of course, in the thumbnail, when I done the Siege review for Starscream, he was in the stand for the pose and the thumbnail and stuff. And I'd love to have done something similar for this Starscream, but alas, we couldn't. But regardless, the jet does look good. It can do with certain things on it to make it closer looking to, like, say, like the exhaust ports here. There could have been black bits here, and I imagine Toy Hacks is going to do something. Unfortunately, we've only got 3 sets of decals out just now. I've seen that we can all purchase, but I'd like to see what they're going to do with this Starscream. I really do. I'm still waiting on the Toy Hacks decals. And the Siege one for Starscream is something I want, because like you can see his thrusters in there for the Siege one. It just looks better. They could have done something similar here. But regarding the transformation, how the feet lie, it is closer to the Generation 1 toy. There is good points and bad points, like I said, and it has been really nitpicky when you're pointing something like that out, saying that should be in there. By all means, this is not like, let's shit on this Starscream compared to that Optimus Prime trailer. That's a total different issue altogether. This is just things that they could have been nice to have regarding the looks of Starscream, when the overall look of that jet mode is great. I like that. And underneath, just, yeah, you see his body, and that's the rest of it. But let's get him transformed, and we'll get him compared to a Siege counterpart. We'll look at articulation, that all-important waist as well. And we'll finish up the video. And here is Starscream transformed. So let's get a close-up of that grin of his. And it looks like all they've done is reverse the plate onto the other side from the Siege line. I was kind of hoping you did get that kind of smirk, which we can do at Starscream if we swap the Thundercracker faceplate from the Siege line. Unfortunately, with the Earthrise, I haven't seen a way where you can swap the faceplate. There's no screw in the back of the head, compared to the Siege one, which is a simple screw and you can swap them round. It does look good though, and it does look like Starscream. My other issue that I do have, and it's regard transformation, and it's a worry with the new manufacturer for the new plastic. This plate here, which basically just comes down when you're going to house the arms and that in transformation mode, and of course what you can see in robot mode, the new plastic does feel over time that will stress, maybe break. The way it's got to click on, it's like you're forcing over that plastic, and I'm not the biggest fan so far of that plastic. Saying like 2 bots is good compared to the other 2 and a trailer, that's still 3 out of 2, let's be honest. But it's worrying if the stresses start to show, if this is bought for a kid. Collectors are a bit different. I know we are a bit different. We might change it once in a blue moon from robot to jet mode, but it's a worry nevertheless. Hip swivel is gone because, of course, that was a part of transformation for Siege Starscream. But that's okay, we can live without it. The next bot I'm going to be reviewing has no hip swivel, and that's from the Siege line. So articulation with this guy. The head can go all the way around, can look up and down, so that's a good sign. The arms can go all the way round, it's just because of the wingspan. The hip does nothing. The legs are quite stiff in mine just now with these new pins that are in, but you can push it up, it can click in, and vice versa, but that's about it. The feet are on those in-out joints, so you can get a little bit of posing there, and that's roughly it. He's not very opposable bot. I mean, let's just get a pose just now, okay? Right. We can do it with the arms, but if we were to do that with Siege Starscream, let's try and emulate the exact same look. There you go. So there is a little bit more to the Siege one, to the Earthrise. There is a little bit more you can do in Siege. Overall, it's not really cut and dry with each bot because I do like them. It's not like the Siege Optimus Prime where over Earthrise, that Earthrise one, I like it, but I prefer Siege. Starscream is kind of different. I do like the Earthrise Starscream. Fair enough, it looks very clean compared to the Siege one with that bright red paint. But it's one of those things, I know a lot of people don't like the war-torn battle look, all the scrapes and damage. I quite like it because it was different. Having the bots look like they're in a battle instead of doing a custom paint job or applying decals in a sense and making it look like it's damaged. Having it actually made that way looks great in my opinion. And the attention to detail in the Siege Starscream, we zoom back in. Like, all the bumps and grooves you can see on this guy. It's just fascinating. You could go over this all day looking at everything that's done. And you come to Earthrise Starscream, and it's quite flush and quite tidy, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're wanting something different and you're used to that different style now, that may be an issue you might have, but it's not something you can turn and say makes it a bad bot. This shouldn't stop you buying it if you're after it, like something like that, by all means. So overall, I would get them. I was on the fence originally about Earthrise Starscream. I didn't really want another Starscream, but I tell you what, I'd rather have that, which the Siege one has got better things in it again, but it's not like a cut and dry with like the Siege and Earthrise Prime. So I'm happy. It's not doom and gloom at all with this bot. I really do like it, and the fact I've got something that's close to the G1 Starscream, which I don't have. I don't even have the Generations version, so this guy is something that I'm happy with, and it is a miniature masterpiece. It's the best way to describe it. If you've got one of those ones, it came out around about the 2010s, like the Acid Storm, that's Starscream, Skywarp, etc., the new line of the sequels, it does a good enough close job. But that being said, the Earthrise Megatron will not come in and match him because that is just the exact same bot. So, because we're still waiting on Toy Hacks decals and upgrade kits since the last video, which I think it's been a week, let's look at the next bot I'm going to review. And this one was just picked on a whim. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I do. I really do dig it. and that is, of course, Siege Apeface. I didn't think I'd like this bot, but I do. And he is going to be in the next Optimus Wilbur reviews. Guys, I hope you are all keeping safe, and I will see you all soon in the next video. Thank you for everyone to tune in today's video. If you want to make Baby Grimlock happy, why not hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. All new videos are always coming right here in Optimus Wilbur Reviews. If you'd like to follow me in any of my social media links, all the descriptions are in the description box below. And of course, as always, I cannot stress this enough, I wish to thank Cybertronic Spree for allowing me to use their song Cybertronic Warrior as the theme of this channel. Guys, this is an incredible band, it does incredible covers, and recently just done an amazing album of the Transformers 1986 movie soundtrack. Please follow them and all their social media links. I have every description in the description box below. Please check them out, and as always, Transformer fans, till all are one.